Greetings, viewers. If you click the video link, you already know what you're here for, so let's jump into it. This is going to be kind of a two-part system here. Before we can actually get to the XP increasing portion, we have to actually duplicate some items, which is kind of a little added bonus for you. So we are here in Sanctuary. You can do this basically at any time once you unlock the ability to mess with settlements. But what you need to do is you need to get some steel for this particular method. So in my workbench here, I'm going down to junk. Go all the way down to steel. Right here. And as you can see, I already have 13,000 steel. So if you do not have any at all, you can wander around your settlement and you can go into the settlement menu like this and highlight different items that are laying around on the ground. So for example, like this wrench, you see down there, it says scrap. Then when I go to scrap it, it tells me I get 2 steel. So I would run around the settlement, get rid of a bunch of broken down buildings, all the junky mailboxes and cars that aren't doing any good, and just scrap them so that you have some steel in your own inventory, which we're going to open up next. We're going to go over to junk. We're going to find our steel, and we are going to drop it on the ground. So we're going to select all of it. Now, because I've already duplicated this previously, it's going to drop it in 2 piles. So go ahead and pick those up. Once you do that, go back to your junk, drop them again, and they should drop as 1 item. Now, once the item is laying on the ground, it doesn't matter how many there are. If you can do this with 1 steel, you can do this with 500. It doesn't matter. Now, I have tried to go above 64,000 and the stack reset to 2, so I would probably stop before you get to that number. So now, once the item is on the ground, we're going to open up our build menu. You can see on the bottom it says scrap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press and hold the scrap button. So on the Xbox it is X. I don't know specifically what it is for PC, but it should tell you right there with the scrap button. So I'm going to press and hold it. So I'm pressing and holding X right now. I'm going to release X, and immediately the second that button comes up, I am pressing my B button for store. So again, pay attention to what button that is for you on PC or PlayStation. As soon as I let go of X, I'm going to press and hold B, and I'm going to continue holding it. So let go and press. Didn't get it to work because I only have 1 menu. So if you see that, just say no. Try it again. This is what you should see. I'm still holding B, by the way. Do not let go of B. So you should see 2 windows pop up. So what we want to do is we want to scrap this stack. So hit holding B. I'm going to press A for yes. And then I'm going to press yes again. And basically what we're doing is we're scrapping that pile on the ground into scrap, and we're also storing it. So now, close that out, and we go back to junk, and we scroll down to steel. And now we have 26,000 in there. So we don't need to take this back out right now. I would continue doing that until you have a very large amount. 26,000 is fine. So we're going to jump into the next part where I'm going to show you how the XP works. So I'll just usually stay next to the workbench so I can just pull stuff out and duplicate it. But go to your build menu. We're going to go to structures. We're going to go to metal. We're going to go to walls. And we're just going to place a wall down right here. And we're going to back out of walls. And we're going to come over to decorations. We're going to go to wall decorations. And we're going to go over to signs. Now, I probably wouldn't do one of these big ginormous signs. I would go to something like one of these. And what you want to do is you want to place that on this wall. So you see how it's green right now? So I'm going to place it. Sometimes it doesn't want to work with the sign that you've chosen, so just pick a different sign. But the signs will stack. And what we're doing is we're using 4 steel to make a sign, and we're literally just going to stand here and spam the build button. And as we do that, you're going to notice we're getting XP. Now, while I'm sitting here spamming this button and my XP is going up, if you look in the top right corner, you notice the bar that says size. And as you do this, the bar is going to kind of fill up and it'll turn yellow. And then eventually you'll get to a point that will say you cannot build anymore because you've kind of maxed out what you can build for the size of your settlement. So the earlier you do this in the game, the less you're going to be able to sit here and spam the button. But let's say you get to a point where you run out of steel or you've maxed out the size limit that you can build. So what we're going to do is we're going to cancel our sign and we're going to highlight the wall and we're going to scrap the wall. It says we're only going to get 3 steel back, But if you look in the top left, it says clamped items were stored in the workbench. So in some of the methods I've seen, you have to build like a street full of statues, and then you have to go back through and scrap them all. So with this method, all you have to do is just scrap the wall, and then it will take the steel that the signs were made out of, and it'll dump that back into here. It doesn't store signs. So if you notice, there's no signs listed in here, and we have our steel back. Now, when you do scrap stuff, you only get half of the materials back. So at a certain point, depending on how much steel you made, you're going to need to kind of redupe again to get more back. That's pretty much it. Duplicate steel, build a steel wall, slap signs on it until you can't slap any more signs on it, scrap just the wall, and rinse and repeat, and that's it. So hopefully you found this video useful. Let me know down below if I missed something or you have any other constructive criticism to add. But anyway, I'll stop taking up your time. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.